It's pretty straightforward. Kill the weeds and grow the grass.
Well, knapweed has got a toxin in its root, and the poison kills the grass. But what happens, a good stand of beautiful bunch grass can very quickly become a very solid patch of knapweed. And there's other weeds, hound's tongue, and some of these other ones you see growing on the highway right-of-ways. We just got to get a handle on it for the livestock and the wildlife, and the healthiness of our grasslands for years to come, or otherwise we're going to lose it.
Well, grasslands are a very unique ecosystem, and they're very small, but pound for pound, they provide a huge habitat for a large percentage of our species at risk, everything from reptiles, amphibians, birds, mammals, as well as insects, use the grasslands. They're very productive ecosystems, and some of them have been declining slowly for many years. Some of them have been rapid declines in the last 20 or 30 years.
There are vast areas of rangeland and grasslands that are a monoculture of introduced species of invasive plants, spotted knapweed being one of them. They release chemicals that suppresses all other native grasses that are trying to survive, that are beneficial for wildlife and for cattle grazing.
Oh, people that don't look after their weeds could be disastrous in the long run. I mean, if you've got neighbors that aren't looking after their weeds, the weeds don't know a fence line. And they'll just get onto your land and take over the land base.
In significant numbers, they could basically change and alter the landscape considerably, and the traditional species that rely on them no longer have that habitat available.
I found that helicopter spraying did the best job. You do it very quick, it's 100% accuracy, and what came afterward was the proof in the pudding. I mean, it actually helps the grasslands to its betterment. It helps the grass grow.
So our purpose is to rejuvenate and restore those grasslands on private land back into a productive system. It's called the Purity Feed Aerial Helicopter Program for invasive weeds. With the species of grasses, some of them are only found in the Nicola Valley and through the BC interior. So it's an ecosystem that we need to protect and re-establish those grassland species.
I certainly believe that spray programs are an important element, especially when things get carried away, when there's a large amount of invasives that are coming in. And I know in my world and the organizations I've worked for in the past, we've certainly undertaken considerable spray programs.
Nicola ranches before and after, and that's what really made me think. Beautiful, there was a field of nothing but straight knapweed, and a picture taken some years later, a beautiful stand of beautiful grass. And that's utilizing the spray program.
We've been using it 7 or 8 years probably now, and quite happy with it. But if I get asked about it, it's a good program. TNRD's helped out with their 50-50 program along with it, and yeah, it improved our grazing values and the capacity of the range, and made the grass a lot healthier.
If you can locate where your majority of your weed population is, I mean, the helicopter can do it with great accuracy. In the end of the day, it leaves a beautiful, healthy stand of grassland. We've got to get a handle on it, and John's program at Purity has been fantastic working with the aerial spray program.
All of a sudden, with that competition gone, all the native grasses suddenly come back, and these private landowners' jaws are dropped when they look at their land, and we have our natural native grasses from these ecosystems that we want are now rejuvenated and are within a year waist high again, without the competition of the invasive plants that infested and invaded many parts of British Columbia. If you're interested in the programs, come and see us at Purity, and we'd be delighted to sit down and plan the program.